in the IE area, sunshine, highs in the mid 80s. And for the daytime in the Coachella Valley, sunshine through afternoon, highs are expected in the upper 80s. I'm forecaster Jimmy O'Neill for Smart Talk 1490 KMET.
That's right. It's the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. I'm Aaron Michael Sanchez. We've got Jesse Sanchez over there in the control room. It is good to be alive. It's another day of life. I know a lot of people are wondering what's going to happen next, what's going to be going on around the world. I know I may have taken off a day, but I am still watching the news and then some. I'm watching everything, and boy, oh boy, is it a crazy hot mess around the world. There are things that I'm going, are people not paying attention to some of the stuff that's going on in their own, seriously, lives? I've gotten people which go, yay, we're back to the way it was. I say, oh boy, we're back to the way it was with a virus. I know, I'm that guy. I just don't want my friends to die. That's it. I don't want you guys to, within 3 months say, oh God, why did we act like it just wasn't here at all? Because that's all I'm seeing in people's kind of conversations. I'm kind of seeing people go like, oh yay, we're pretty much done, we're over it. And I go, you do realize it's still around. Just because we're not wearing face masks or they're not mandated at certain stores doesn't mean it isn't here. So let's just put the brakes on and say, hey, wait a minute. It's kind of like slippery when wet. When it's rain, it's not like you go, oh, there's no oil on the road, we're fine, we can drive as fast as possible and crash into one another, I don't have insurance, I can't wait to die. That's the problem, and I'm not saying you're going to die, but I'm just saying at the worst case scenario, you might have to pay a big bill because you may need to go to the hospital because you got a virus. You understand? So, and I say that as kindly as possible because I just see so many people kind of being like, you know what? We're back to the way it was. You can't be afraid of it, blah, 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 blah. And I say that, yeah, of course you can't be afraid of it, but you can have precautions. I mean, okay, if I said to each and one of you, every one of you, go to the hospital and go lick off the floor and then just allow yourself to be okay with that and say, you know what, I'm at the doctor's office. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get treatment. I'm sure I'll be fine in a few days. What would you say, Jesse? I mean, you got kind of grossed out by that. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, so many images flashed in my head right now. I would rather not think about it, so yuck.
Yeah, and I'm just saying, think about it a little, right? Because all I'm seeing is people not think about it at all. And I'm like, dude, people. I had to add conversations this week with people that already had it, but they're acting like, oh, I'll be fine the next round of viruses. Now, remember, not all viruses are created equal, okay? We got some disturbing news in from China. There's a new variant which is hitting very, very, very hard, and a lot of people are on lockdown again in China. Now, do you remember in 2020, Jesse, where it somewhat erupted, and then how I said, and you may not remember this, but I said it. I said when it hits the East Coast, well, first it hit Europe, then it hit Italy, hit Spain, hit countries like that, and then I said, watch out for what they do, because what they do is probably what we're going to do eventually. Well, when you see China on a 51 million people lockdown, they're back to the way it was when it started, Jesse. That's because the virus is so bad. It's not the normal coronavirus that we've had. It's some other variant. And I think it's like a mutation of 3 variants. I'm not going to go on record saying it because I don't know the science of it yet. But I'm telling you right now, China is suffering right now. And they've got a lot of vaccines, all right? So that means this is a really bad one. China doesn't put lockdown just because they love to. They like to make money. They like to have money. They like to spend money. They like to do all that stuff. But if they're in that lockdown again, it's not good for any of us because I guarantee you within at least another 3 weeks, we're going to get it here. All right. People travel. People get on planes. People kind of pass things around. Not saying everybody's going to the hospital and licking off the floor. Thank God. But, wear a little protection, just a little. I'm not going to say the dreaded F word. I'm not going to say it because I know everybody just doesn't want to hear it. But I'm like, no. I went shopping with my mom yesterday. We went to Sprouts. And I think it was the first time she got out in a long time. And she had never been to Sprouts. Sprouts is like a very healthy to eat place. Anybody that's ever been there. Have you ever been there, Jesse?
No, I have not. I'm assuming this is a grocery store?
Yeah, Sprouts.
Oh,
It's really good. It's like it's all healthy stuff. Some people go like that's where the healthy nuts go. I say, you know what? Yeah, I'd rather be a healthy nut than a dead nut. You know what I mean? So they got like some good stuff to eat, some good vitamins, some good protein, some good vegetables. They have a bunch of actual nuts, like like in the you like let's see, what's your favorite nut? Like what is it? Like almonds, walnuts, cashews.
I like to chew on almonds.
Okay, they got them by like the what do they call that? Like the bushel. You get all kinds of stuff. It's really good. If you've never been there, they're a little better in my opinion than Whole Foods. They're a little bit more reasonably priced. I saw the prices kind of like be at a good range, and I liked it. But my point is this: you had some people wearing face masks, you had other people not wearing face masks, and then you had some that you go, all right, what's going on with you, right? Because you kind of look at them and you go, what's going on in your mind? And then when you have a conversation with them, you go, oh, you had coronavirus 3 times? Good to know. Then you see some shopping places where they have like so many people coming into their store. What's the chances one person is going to have OM3 or 4? Nobody's even accounting for that. There's no vaccine for OM3 and 4. Did you know that, Jesse?
Yeah, I probably knew about that. It's pretty new, so they'll probably work its way up there. But by the time they get something for that, something else will come out. So
Yeah, but here's the question. Which one's there for OM1 and 2? You know which one?
no.
The Pfizer one coming out in probably at least a month or two. That's the one that Pfizer's starting to promote. They're saying the 4th dose, but as I say, it's the spring edition of the 2022 edition. We already had the spring edition of 2021. We had the fall edition of 2021. Now we have the spring edition coming out of 2022, at least here in the States. In other countries, it's completely different. I mean, you have AstraZeneca and some that I cannot even pronounce. Those are the ones that are very, very mutant ready. Does that make sense? Like each one's a mutant, so you want to be prepared for that. So that's why I say be careful of it. Just remember, there's things out there that are still in the air, and unfortunately with some of your friends, family, and others. Okay, so just be careful. That's all I'm going to say about that, because that's kind of my PSA to saying, I've kept my mouth shut with some friends, but I'm like, I gotta get it out. I gotta get it out. I mean, we've talked about Ukraine being a problem before it became a problem, and look where we're at with that, right? Let's see. Let's go to social media. Mark Blevins, hello. Thanks for tuning in. It says good morning with a nice cup of coffee there with a little bit of sunshine. Stephanie Reese says hello. Happy editing this glorious sunshine, awesomeness, busy day I had for today. Let's see. Rosalie says good morning, everyone. Be awesome today. Oh, I love that positivity. Efren Guzman says good morning. Good morning, Efren. Hope you and your family are good over there. Let's see. Viviana's tuning in. Cynthia Salas says, love Sprouts. I know, right? Sprouts is really good food. Let's see. Rosalie says, hi. Okay, everybody's saying hi, 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 hi. Okay, so here's the deal. Jesse has something he's been wanting to get off his chest for quite some time. Some of you know it, some of you don't. He said it last week, and I said, when are you going to get that information out? He's got the information for you right here, right now. Batman, good, bad, or indifferent? Jesse.
Yes, the Batman. That movie. So, like, if I were to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, it'll be an 8 out of 10. Now, you're probably thinking, what's those 2 points missing?
Yeah.
Now, first off, I think the movie's beautiful. It's such a great movie. Just the whole atmosphere, the music, everything. I was surprised on Robert Pattinson. I actually enjoyed him as Batman. The only things I have wrong with it is, one, the trailers make it feel like it's an action movie.
Okay.
It is not. It is a detective story, like a crime story.
Got it.
Because Batman's the world's greatest detective, so it's not heavy on the action. So if you're looking for that, don't go watch it. It's a 3-hour movie. And the only other thing is, I enjoyed it so much. To me, it doesn't really have any replay value. So, like, I won't watch it over and over again, like some movies.
Okay, that's realistic. Thank you for saying that. Yeah.
Because, like, while it's a beautiful movie and stuff like that, as I was watching, I didn't notice any little things that popped out to me or anything like that. So, I don't know. I didn't feel there was any replay value for me for that movie. Which
like Wonder Woman had replay value, I felt.
Yeah, Wonder Woman. Like I enjoyed it. It was
Black Widow. You saw that a lot of times.
Yeah, it was I enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed the Batman, but for some reason I feel like it doesn't have any replay value for me anyway.
Well, you know what? I appreciate that. And I've said this. I said, if you want to go back and see it again, that's a good testimony as to how much it's good, especially if you're going to pay full price. Now on DVD, I always say, okay, what about like on a movie, like you're watching with somebody else, and I say, all right, well, if somebody else hasn't seen it, would you see it again at least then? Or you'd bow out and be like, next movie, please.
If someone else hasn't watched it, I would take the time to watch it with them again. Right. In case they need to like some explanation, things like that. But I mean, I'll give Robert Pattinson this. He did a great job as Batman. I am not gonna lie, I was quite surprised.
Okay, well then you know what? I will go and watch it. I've kind of been on the fence about it. I've seen some other reviews. Not gonna lie, I saw a YouTuber recently. She's a makeup artist, and she had her boyfriend. And they kind of totally nailed on it. They hated it. But I haven't seen it myself, so I don't know what to say. I will say when the Bale version came out, I didn't expect a lot, and then I literally saw it that very same day. I saw the midnight screening, and then I couldn't wait to go see the very next day. You know what I mean? So I was happy about that. So I'm hoping it's as good as that, because I did not expect it to be good, because I remember when the trailer came out, and he says, "Hi, Batman," with this like deep voice, and I'm like, oh, come on, that's so corny. It's like, you're obviously stressing that you're Batman. Come on, it's dumb. But then I loved it. So it was a complete shock to me to love it as much as I did. So I'm hoping the Robert situation is as good as that. Yeah?
I think so. I mean, it like I said, it's more of like a crime story, like you got who did it type of thing.
Okay. So expect detectivism.
Yeah, I mean, there's action thrown in, but there's not a lot. I mean, for who was it? Colin Farrell, the Penguin. Oh, yeah.
So he rocked.
I honestly did not. I did not see Colin Farrell at all in that role.
Okay.
It's scary because this is just to be like this. Just you got to remember, this is the early days of Batman. This is his second year as Batman, so he doesn't have all those things yet. And, the Penguin's not the crime lord that he is. He's just like a mid-level boss.
Right.
And the one thing I did enjoy, though, was there's not too much utility belt usage in Batman.
Okay.
Like, can you recall any of the movies where he actually goes towards his utility belt?
I was thinking about that just literally yesterday. I was like, if I had a utility belt, what would I put on it? No, I don't know. I think if Penguin had a utility belt, he would have a bunch of umbrellas. Did he have umbrellas in this one? Because he looks a little confused there.
No, actually, I think he had like a cane or something like that. But like I said, it's still the early days, so he does not like people calling him the Penguin. Yeah, God, the makeup artist. If you don't get an award for that, I don't know what will.
He's saying, Jesse, I'm going to do you in. All right. Well, look, it looks like our social media audience is saying thank you. Cynthia says, thank you for the heads up. I'm going to watch it this weekend. Good job. Rosalie says, I'm taking my little one back to watch it again today. Oh, look at that. It's $5 Tuesday, so all seats are only $5 all day. Shoot, I don't want to go to that one. We were interrupted with an annoying family in front of us. Women kept talking and kids were making bird noises, same as the dad. It was 3 hours with irritating people. Deserves a second try. Maybe that's why I wasn't impressed. They were making bird sounds?
Yeah, that would be annoying. But I mean, like I said, it's not a heavy action movie. It's pretty slow at times. There are certain scenes where it drags. Like I said, it's a long movie.
All right, got it. All right. Olga says hello. Emily's tuning in. Thank you, and thank you for that admission, Rosalie. I would hate that at a movie, but there you go. All right. By the way, there's something that you guys want to be careful of if you're in the dating world. Jesse has some very big 411. We're going to take a little bit of a break here. We'll talk about that next. Even Penguin's going to say, what? Why would you go out with that lady? Yeah, that's coming up next here on The Morning Show. Oh.
For all you truck and RV enthusiasts, TruckWorks right here in Banning is your one-stop shop for the best diesel performance and overall truck and RV needs. Whether you're towing, racing, off-road, or just cruising around town, TruckWorks specializes in truck and RV service, maintenance, repair, and performance upgrades for every light and medium-duty truck manufacturer. Bring it down to Terry and the guys at TruckWorks. Call 951-922-4776 or visit their website at mydieseldown.com today.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS or state? Did you miss sending out a prior year tax return? The IRS is out to collect now more than ever, and they'll use any means necessary. They legally can and will garnish your wages, take your money, and even seize your property. If you're behind on your taxes, call the Tax Relief Hotline right now at 951-224-9000. That's 951-224-9000. 951-224-9000. You can legally get your tax debt under control, and in many cases, get the breathing room you need. Garnished wages, property seizures, bank levies can stop immediately, but you have to call. Many of our specialists are IRS enrolled agents. They know the system and how to make it work for you. Don't wait for the IRS to come down on you. Act now so you can get your tax debt under control. Call the Riverside office today for free info at 951-224-9000. That's 951-224-9000. 951-224-9000. Join Yvette Walker every Tuesday at 4 o'clock p.m. on KMET ABC News Radio, 1490 AM, FM 98.1, and Internet KMET TV for the Southern California Business Report. The show is dedicated to highlighting successful businesses and the individuals behind them. Yvette interviews the incredible people managing these enterprises that range from awe-inspiring sole proprietors to world-renowned organizations. The Southern California Business Report, Tuesdays at 4 o'clock p.m.
Mattress Brothers Overstock Mattress Sale. Just $3.99 for a foam-encased queen pillow top set. $3.99. Check out Mattress Brothers $3.99 Overstock Sale. Mattress Brothers at 120 West Redlands Boulevard in Redlands. The $3.99 Overstock Sale is on now. $3.99 for a foam-encased queen pillow top set. Mattress Brothers also has locations in Hemet, Riverside, and Palm Desert. The $3.99 Queen Pillow Top Sale on now.
La Michoacana El Rodeo, your local ice cream parlor. You scream, I scream, we all scream for ice cream. La Michoacana serves banana splits, milkshakes, smoothies, and a variety of homemade ice cream and natural fruit flavored popsicles. La Michoacana is open until 11 p.m. and is located in the Palm Plaza of 6th Street in Beaumont and on West Ramsey Street in Banning. La Michoacana's menu includes acai bowls, fruit salads, corn on the cob, and their famous mouth-watering mangonada treat to cool you down. Y arriba, Michoacán!
Welcome back. Yes, it is the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM, and we appreciate each and every one of you. A lot of people tuning in. Again, check it out, YouTube Live, Facebook, and Twitter TV as well. You just follow us at Aaron M. Sanchez. Also follow me at Aaron M. Sanchez. And you got Jesse Sanchez over there. Jesse, you got a story about dating that I'm going to just admit right now. I'm not ready to go on the dating scene anytime soon with this story. What's going on?
Yeah, I saw this last night, and my jaw literally dropped. I am so glad I am no longer dating. And yeah, and even, you know what, even the women can be crazy, and it sounds weird, but it is. So apparently a woman stabbed her date whom she had met online in retaliation for the 2020 death of an Iranian general. So yeah, I'm like, Nika Nikobin, who's 21, has been charged with attempted murder, battery, and with a deadly weapon, and burglary. Oh, okay. Apparently she wanted to rob him too. Nikobin and the man met online on a dating website. Henderson police wrote in an arrest report. The pair then engaged to meet at a hotel room at the Sun Station Hotel. And, they started having sex, like you would do on a dating app. And apparently she wanted to blindfold him. So apparently several minutes later, he felt a pain on the side of his neck. And apparently she stabbed him. And he runs out of the there's no reports if he's still alive, but I'm assuming he is. But yeah, he ran out of the room, telling a hotel employee, calling 911, like, yeah, this woman stabbed me. And then she apparently she just nonchalantly walks out of the room, tells the hotel employee, yeah, I stabbed somebody. So apparently when they're talking to the police, she wanted to get revenge for the death of what's his name? He has such a long name. For the Iranian general that Trump killed when he had a drone strike back in 2020.
Right.
Yeah, and so apparently when talking to the police, Nick Coben told an investigator she wanted revenge. Police said she had listened to a song called Gravedigger, which gave her the motivation to carry out her revenge. What?
Well, you know what? And to her defense, I'll give her a little defense here, okay? I mean, she might look a little like, but like I say, some ladies are going to cut you. You got to be careful what you do, all right? To her defense, the guy, I mean, she obviously had her sights set on him, right? It wasn't like a random guy, okay? He was the top Iranian military leader killed. Let's see. Soleimani was the top Iranian military leader. Wait, I'm so confused by the story. Hold on. Okay. In January 2020, following his reported involvement in Iran's foreign operations, including against ISIS prior to 2017, was described by former U.S. President Donald Trump as the #1 terrorist anywhere in the world. I don't understand how that makes any sense, because if he was killed, that can't be the guy. So did she get the wrong guy with the wrong name?
No, she just wanted, revenge. You'd be like, oh, you killed my general, I'm going to kill one of your people. And honestly, I think she just picked out a random dude from a dating app and just wanted revenge.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, I'm a little confused on this one then. Yeah, you know what? Then I have I have nothing to defend her with. I tried, but it just doesn't, the whole story doesn't make sense.
Because apparently...
I thought this was the guy that, did some bombing or something, but no.
No, just some random dude. That's why it's scary.
That's weird. Well, she's currently being held on a let's see, $60,000 bail. Told police she did not intend to kill the man. That must go for something, right, Jesse? I mean, look at her. She's like an innocent little lady. Jesse, come on, don't throw the book at her.
She did not intend to kill him, yet she wanted to stab him twice in the neck. Oh my God.
I don't know. She's 21, man. I don't understand. You know what? Lesson be learned: never get blindfolded on a blind date. That just don't do that ever. Yeah, Cynthia Salah says, scary. Did you get it? Don't get on a blind. You didn't get it.
Yeah, most definitely. And yeah, no, don't. Honestly, I would start if I was single and dating, I'm going to be asking for background checks. Honestly.
Some of them do that for the guys too. For the ladies, like some of them, you have to claim to be certain people. But yeah, all I got to say is just be careful when dating, man. It is a bear out there. Speaking of bear, Jesse, when's the last time you got your teeth checked?
It's been a while, but a little bit before COVID.
All right, well that makes sense. Did you enjoy your checkup? Did you enjoy your dentist? Are you happy with your dentist?
Yeah, I enjoy them. I have no problem with them.
Well, that's good.
Oh my God, are you telling me a horrifying story? Please don't.
Well, let me just share something with you. I think all of us need to kind of be aware of. That picture inspires fear in you, huh? Not as much as this story. Dr. Scott Charmoli was charged, with claims $2 million evidently. Constant dentists found guilty of telling patients they needed unnecessary crowns and then breaking their teeth with the drill to convince their insurance carriers to pay for the cost of the procedures. He was accused of submitting, here's his name, Dr. Scott Charmoli, in case he kind of moves from, place to place. $4.2 million in bogus claims to insurance companies for crowns that his patients never needed. Good to know, huh?
Wow. Wow, that's a new level of fear that you just unlocked for me. Yeah.
I hate that sound.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me anymore. I zone out. But yeah, no.
Well, don't zone out too much. This dentist, he'll be like, "You need all new teeth, Jesse. I see insurance claim."
Oh.
Yeah, federal prosecutors said that between 2015 and 2019, Charmoli submitted far more claims for crowns than did other dentists in the state of Wisconsin. I wonder who he pals around with. They're like, oh, shoot, they're going to catch us. He performed more than 1,000 such procedures on patients at his Jackson Family Dentistry practice. Last week, he was convicted by a jury of 5 counts of healthcare fraud and 2 counts of making false statements. He faces up to 60 years in prison when he is sentenced in June. Attorney for him declined to comment. Yeah, I won't comment at all. According to court documents, I told patients they needed crowns, even though many not need. Most patients, using his expertise, would agree to his dental care recommendations. Would use a drill to break a patient's tooth and instruct his assistant to take a photo or x-ray of the damaged mandible, not sure what that is, which he would submit to the insurance company as having been taken before the procedure. The prosecutors alleged court documents breaking the patient's tooth, he would cause permanent disfigurement and bodily injury. Yikes. No thank you to that. Many of the patients incurred significant out-of-pocket costs, as their insurance typically only covered part of the cost of the procedure. So I screwed them. Was accused by prosecutors of performing over 1,000 such procedures in 2015 and 2016 and over 700 each year from 2017 through 2019. That put him in the top 5% of all dentists in Wisconsin in terms of number of crown procedures performed. Well, there you go. I guess you don't want to be a top biller in that way, huh, Jesse?
No, not at all. Oh my God.
So
you traumatized me right now.
So there you go. That's the story, and they're sticking to it. All right. Well, we got to take a quick little break. Got to pay some bills. We'll be back with more right after these messages. Stay tuned.
Your pharmacy and mobility solutions is now Beaumont Pharmacy with a new location at the Sundance Corporate Center. That's at the corner of Highland Springs and 8th in Suite 110. Of course, they still have Pack Your Meds. No more counting out the pills, dropping them on the floor. Oh, what a mess. And they have a full selection of pharmaceutical CBD. Wheelchairs, over-the-counter meds, you name it, they've got it. So if you're looking for the best and you want the best pharmacy, you go to Beaumont Pharmacy at their new location, 835 North Highland Springs, Beaumont Avenue in Beaumont, California, Suite 110. Give them a call, 951-845-8252.
What is commitment and why is it so hard to achieve? The new book, Committed, by Dr. Carmen Hara and Alexandra Hara, will make you reevaluate the way you think about love. Committed is a relationship manual that unfolds in 2 parts: the work you need to perform on the inside and the 7 distinct archetypes you'll encounter on the outside. Committed, a new book available on Amazon by Dr. Carmen Hara and Alexandra Hara, will help to find and keep the love you deserve. Committed, available now on Amazon.
Hi everyone, Dave Levine here. The Dave Levine Show is back on the air, 10 to 11 a.m. Wednesday mornings on KMET 1490. Join me for an hour of Law and Order stories and commentary. Law and Order is now the #1 issue for Californians. If you miss it live, you can hear or watch it 24/7 on either SoundCloud or live stream. See you then. Thank you.
Can't you see? Just a few seconds.
Standard Time is here. That means shorter days and cooler nights that make you want to stay inside. Don't get caught in the cold. Franklin Mechanical Systems can do a preventative maintenance check on your heating unit to get it working right. For cleaning, repair, or a new installation, call them for a free estimate. Franklin Mechanical Systems, for all your residential and commercial heating and air conditioning needs. Call their Beaumont office at 951-845-1000. That's 951-845-1000, and stay warm today.
Here's to your health with Joshua Lane. Ideas you can use to be healthy and stay healthy. The current thinking about beauty, fitness, and longevity. Every Tuesday and Wednesday morning at 9 a.m. Wellness talk you can use. Here's to your health with Joshua Lane on KMET, naturally.
Hello, listeners. This is Christopher from The Christopher Show. Hey, if you missed one of our shows here at KMET, don't worry about it. You can go to our webpage, and that's KMET1490am.com. Go to the homepage, click on the SoundCloud tab, and hear any show anytime you want.
Welcome back. Yes, it is the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. We're looking at your chat room chats. Keep them coming. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Cynthia Salas says, I'm old school, no dating apps for me. Rosalie says, background check and medical records. Find out what kind of meds they are in. You can learn a lot. Oh, boy. Yeah. Well, there you go. Let's see. We got other things cooking up in the newsroom. Jesse, you're working on a story. What's going on over there?
Okay, so someone sent me this, and I'm not a big fan on bills passing because, you know, they never do, or certain ones that I want to pass. But apparently this one was introduced by a Republican from Texas, Lance Gooden. Now, I don't know the linguistics and like all the names and terminology and stuff, so it's HR 6869, okay?
Okay.
To authorize the President of the United States to issue letters of marque and reprisal for the purpose of seizing the assets of certain Russian citizens and for other purposes.
Oh, they were going down that, huh?
Are you saying that we can become pirates? Or not pirates, but like, what's the term? I can't remember. Just like, are you saying that we can, like, let's see. I had to Google what letters of marques are, because I was just like, what? Oh, privateers. So yeah. So are we gonna be corsairs? It hasn't passed yet, so I'm just saying it's still going. It's still being processed, but like, that's crazy. Are we really going to that?
Yeah. Well, you know, and I said this. I don't think people understood it. It's not the first time it's ever happened. If you look at the Japanese, when the war happened against the Japanese, a lot of Japanese American citizens lost their businesses, lost their homes, lost their real estate, lost their realty, lost anything that they basically owned. It was kind of seized. And it wasn't determined till way later when people started apologizing. But at the end, the damage was done. A lot of people lost their jobs, lost their business just for being of an ethnicity. That's why I say you gotta be careful. Now, Russians here on the home front are not the ones necessarily advocating for what Russia is doing. And I have to say this was very interesting. There was a news segment yesterday, which I saw, and I thought, you know what? Good. Russians are actually starting to make some sense of it, and they're actually wanting to leave Russia. They don't even want to stay there. They're against this. There are some that they interviewed, and they said, you know, one mother had like a daughter who has a U.S. passport because evidently, you know, the one that she, you know, maybe had a baby with obviously has dual citizenship. You know what I mean? So she has the ability to leave. Now, you could tell she didn't want to leave. Probably there was like some stuff she doesn't want to live, you know, in another country where she could lose her child. So you could tell she's like, no, I'm going to stay here. But she was reluctant to stay. Other ones are like, no, I'm never going to leave my homeland. And then others are just like, look, I don't feel it's the right thing to do. When McDonald's and Starbucks and Zara, I think, and a few other like major corporations that are basically world renowned started shutting their doors because they are against this war, people start to pay attention. So I say, why are you going to penalize the people when the people won't even agree with it? You know what I mean? You got to penalize the leaders and those that financially back the war. Then you understand who to penalize. But I feel this is kind of down a very slippery slope, down a place where I don't want to go because I have friends that are Russian. I would hate for they to lose their property and their things, you know? Now, I get where he's kind of going with this, so I'm going to kind of, you know, give this a little bit of perspective. He's offering the measure allowing Americans to seize jets, yachts of Russia, billionaires. All right, but at the end of the day, what are you going to do about it? Like, how does that help the situation? I don't feel it does it? I could be wrong.
No, you're right. It does not do anything at all.
It's like, who gets to fly the jet at the end of the day? You know what I mean? Is it the lawmaker? You know, what's going on there?
It's pretty much. It feels like it's just a free for all trying to get Russian oligarch stuff.
Yeah, I would say this. I get it, but that goes down a very slippery slope because if it starts to get to the residents, which I'm not sure this bill does. Again, this is one that I'm hearing just right now. I'm looking at it, but it's a very slippery slope when you do that. Now, federally, you only have so much give. You can withhold monies. And I get where he's going with this. I mean, this shot is huge that I see. I mean, I would love to confiscate this if he says, well, Americans can do that. Does that mean you or I can do it? Like, how do we participate in this? And I get the drive of this. I mean, if you get to, and watch, I'm going to show everybody what he's talking about. This is a nice yacht. I'm not going to lie, man. Even the Penguin would want this for himself because he would be like, crime pays. I'm telling you. But here it is, okay, and this is I'm not gonna lie, it's on my wish list. If I had lots of money, which I don't come raiding me, just because I might be American. But what if America, is in a war with a nation and the nation hates us for it? It's not the first time it would happen, right? But look at this, Jesse. This is a very nice yacht that he tweeted out there, and I guess this is what he's hoping to get. He does say this. Corrupt Russian oligarchs have enabled Putin's war. I get that. I understand that. He says that's why I have introduced legislation to allow U.S. citizens to seize yachts and jets of sanctioned Russians. We must use every tool at our disposal to stand up to Russia, stand with Ukraine. I just think he's eyeing this yacht, and he wants this yacht for himself, Jesse. What do you think? I mean, that's a nice yacht, not going to lie.
No, yeah, it just sounds like another way for the government to seize stuff like it always is. But, I want to be a pirate now? But no, that is a yacht. Oh,
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Like, that is crazy. Like, how many people do you think could live on that thing?
I don't know. I've been wanting a yacht like that. I'm not going to lie. Whenever I saw, I think it was Carson that had a yacht pretty big the size of this, or maybe just a little tad bit smaller. But I'm like, you know how many women love yachts? You know how many women I see on Instagram taking pictures on boats? I'm pretty sure, Jesse, you're not going to get a crazy lady on one of these things. What do you think?
Shoot. Get me on a yacht. I'll go take pictures in a bikini for people. What's
no,
up?
I can't have you on my yacht. No, Jesse, that was something I don't need that in my hand right now. Even the Penguin saying, "What, Jesse? What?"
Right? That's just right. That's exactly face. It'd be like, I want to be on that yacht.
No, Jesse, just no. All right, but there you go. So, but that's the problem, people. It's a slippery slope. That's my theory. I'm sticking to it. I have friends that are Russian. I have friends that are Ukrainian, and I know that if you put them in the same room, they would disagree with the war in of itself. I have those kind of friends. I don't have friends that are dumb that way, like, yeah, let's kill everybody in Ukraine with my neighbor. They're not that dumb. But I will say the leaders, I get that. But it's a slippery slope when we go down that route. And I know it's coming. Because the moment somebody hits that bomb factor and somebody hits like a really big nuclear or another type of bomb or any type of bomb for that matter, and it hits the States here, I guarantee that's what's going to happen. I would not want to be Russian. I would claim a Ukrainian just to get by, to say, no. And what people don't understand is they're really family. They're not even distant cousins. They're family members in Ukraine and Russia. That's how weird this situation is. It's like Texas going to war with Nevada. You know what I mean? It's that bad and that simple at the same time. It's really dumb, but that's what's happening. So it's not something you want to be engaged in. It's not something you want to say, hey, I'm okay for it. And you definitely can't say, oh, it's fake, which I've kind of been hearing in some cases, like, oh, you can't believe everything you see. I go, yeah, you can when people are fleeing here in droves. And recently they interviewed somebody that was at the LAX, which with her and her daughter were able to be here in the States due to her mother flying them in from Ukraine. I think they made it to Poland and they made it out or something. I don't really know. She just barely made it. But they asked her, what's your opinion? She's like, just please save Ukraine. She didn't know what to say, really. She's just happy to be alive, and that's a blessed individual. There are those that are not that blessed. Oh, and that's what it was. She doesn't even know what she's going back to, which is basically nothing, because it's all in shambles in certain towns. It's just gone. So you really got to have a heart for people of Ukraine and for people that are being attacked. I don't care what They say NATO's done and surrounding them, this and that with certain alliances. Everybody has an alliance, all right? Everybody makes an alliance, all right? That's what the United Nations is about. It's about alliances. They're always making alliances. Hey, I'm against that person. If you're against that person, let's team up against that person in case that person goes nuclear. North Korea, thankfully China and India didn't go at it as of 2020 when we said, watch. Thankfully they backed down, but are they going to stay down? That's my hope. But that the fact that Russia's gone next level, I'm watching it very closely. I don't like to have to watch it closely, but I have to because our lives do depend on it. Whenever anybody starts claiming nuclear, people don't understand what that means. I had to show my mom several shows on what nuclear means and what the fallout means, and you don't want to be anywhere near that. I'm surprised they're letting their soldiers be around Chernobyl activity when that place isn't even like non-radiation yet. You know what I mean? Like, take Resident Evil, right? You know that movie, right? And then combine it with, I don't know, you're going to be dead in about 3 weeks because that's how much radiation is there. Like, seriously, you don't want to do that. It's dumb. But that's how people are kind of, at it right now. So, there you go. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Let's see. Social media. Stephanie Reed says, that yacht looks like from the movie Fool's Gold. So, there you go. You know what she's talking about, Jesse?
I remember that movie. I love that movie. But, yeah, I saw it, I think I saw it a couple weeks ago. I like that movie.
Yep, so there you go. I'm telling you, the Penguin would love that. So there you go. Right, Penguin? I'm pretty sure Penguin's like, huh?
Here, let me give you another story to try and make you laugh.
All right, go for it.
What do you know about Tom Brady?
Tom Brady? I know everything about football. That's about all that I know, Jess.
So, he retired a few months back, right?
Yeah.
So a fan paid around $500,000 or so for the football, the last touchdown that he threw and stuff like that. Okay. Yeah. So apparently Tom Brady retired from retirement and is coming out of retirement to play again in the NFL.
Oh, that makes sense. All right.
So that means that $500,000 football that was supposed to be his last game ball.
Oh, no. Are they like, why did you have to do that, Tom?
Pretty much. Is this that ball seriously lost its value?
Well, it's not as bad as the guy that actually spent his coronavirus money on Charizard, right? I mean,
God, I can't.
How much was that ball? I think Charizard was more expensive than that ball, right? Am I wrong on that?
No, you're wrong. The ball was $500,000. Charizard was like $60,000.
Never mind. I stand to be corrected.
But
wait, so what did it go down to?
No, nobody knows yet. But
so $500,000, and it went down because he's going back to the way it was when it comes to football.
Yeah, because that was supposed to be the last football he threw.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not anymore.
Oh, that's sad. I feel bad for the one who spent all that money.
Right. If I would go to a game, I'd be like, Tom Brady, I hate you.
Yeah, exactly. I know. I spent all that money on you. All right, whatever. Well, there you go. Okay, people, we got to take a quick little break. Let us know where you're tuning in from. If this is your first time, then say, hey, you got Camille Cortez over there tuning in. Cynthia Salas from Ventura County. Awesome. And yes, we agree with all of you that say it's awesome being on this show. Thank you for being our audience members. All right, we're going to take a quick little break. We'll be right back right after these messages. Stay tuned.
Are you paying rent because you think you cannot afford to live in your dream home? Are you renting because you don't believe that you have the down payment funds to purchase your own home? The Siegel Lending Team at ronismylender.com has up to $25,000 to help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. Contact the Siegel Lending Team today at ronismylender.com. Again, ronismylender.com, license under NMLS 217037. ronismylender.com.
Your health truly is the greatest gift. At U-Theory, quality of life is at the heart of every product we make. From farm to shelf, we travel the world to source the purest, most efficacious, and clinically studied ingredients. to create science-backed supplements that support beauty, emotional, digestive, and physical well-being. All Youtheory products are manufactured at our Southern California facility, ensuring the highest quality standards every step of the way. As a family-owned company, we celebrate the power of human potential with a mission to inspire wellness in all. Try Youtheory Immune Plus Daily Wellness. 100% daily values of vitamin C, D3, and zinc. Go beyond the you of today and catch the you of tomorrow. Youtheory.
Tried shipping a package lately? It's amazing how difficult and time-consuming it can be. Packing, envelopes, boxes, second-day ground, next-day air, it's all enough to give you a headache. Next time, do yourself a favor, go with the pros at the UPS store in Beaumont. They'll pack it right and let you know all your shipping options. You can also take care of everyday tasks like copies, faxing, notary services, and live scan fingerprinting. And while you're there, pay your Edison, gas company, and Verizon bills. Open extended hours Monday through Saturday. The UPS store in Beaumont, located in the Oak Valley Plaza at 1440 Beaumont Avenue. Call 951-769-5956. That's 951-769-5956. Online at the upsstorolocal.com/5027 or Google 5027.
Together We Are Strong is a product brand which stands for unity, equality, and protecting voting rights. Shop now at TogetherWeAreStrong.com for t-shirts, hats, and coffee mugs. All voting rights profits are donated to Rock the Vote, an organization on a mission to empowering young voters. Become an activist without saying a word. TogetherWeAreStrong.com. Make a difference in America and the world. Shop online at TogetherWeAreStrong.com. Give the gift that helps drive change. Go visit TogetherWeAreStrong.com.
Welcome back. Yes, it is the morning show here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM. We appreciate each and every one of you. I know Jesse appreciates you. Go follow him on social media. How do we follow you, Jesse?
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter or Instagram. I am Jesse Sanchez. At I am Jesse Sanchez. That's what it is, right? AA or something like that.
You got it. Yeah, I am Jesse Sanchez. Yeah, I know he doesn't check in on himself often, so I do. I
like to read people's feeds. I'm not a big Twitter person, but I like to read everyone's feed.
Yeah, I get that. So this happened. And you know what's weird? I remember when we reported on this story a while back. I want to say it was in 2020, and I said, what good could come from this? Maybe it was the end of 2019. I'm not really sure. When you think of dangerous animals, what kind of animals do you think of, Jesse?
Anything with sharp claws and teeth. Uh-oh, where are you going with this?
Boy, oh boy, you with imagination. Okay, well, if you want to find the world's deadliest animal, you'll have to think a little smaller. Mosquitoes are responsible for over 1 million deaths worldwide each year. Did you know that, Jesse?
I do, and I also know that all mosquitoes that suck blood are females.
Somehow that makes a lot of sense. I'm not even going to lie on that one. There, you know who your ladies are. All right. I like to bite. Yeah. Worse, as a consequence of increased global transit, species of mosquito, which was previously geographically isolated, are now finding their way all over the world, increasing disease transmission. Aedes aegypti, for instance, is a species of mosquito which was previously constrained to the African continent, but has spread around the world in recent decades. Well, in 2013, it was observed in California, and as of this year, it has been found in at least 22 countries. They are regular carriers of dengue, Zika, yellow fever, and other diseases which are passed from person to person when females of the species feed on human blood. That's what you're talking about. And it is the females. Now I feel smarter for knowing that, Jesse.
And
what do the males do the whole time?
That's what I'm saying. We're useless. We're not. We're just there to make the babies. Seriously.
It's the ladies that do the sucking of the blood? I didn't even know that. I'm not going to lie. I feel smarter for having known that.
Like, my jaw dropped when I found that. I was like, really? so much.
Makes sense. I know some ladies that would fit that. Mosquito populations present a significant public health concern around the world, and a number of strategies have been attempted to curb the impact on human life. Now, scientists are experimenting because what could go wrong with genetic modification, Jesse? As a strategy for reducing mosquito populations and disease transmission. Oh, did they not learn anything from I have never seen anything good come from like a genetic modification of anything. Have you?
Not that I know of. I mean, I like the enthusiasm and the. Yeah, no.
Resident Evil all over again, Tanya. That's how it starts.
Right? Oh, God.
Oxitec, a biotech company, yeah, it sounds like one, has developed a strain which they call friendly. Their modified mosquitoes are all males and carry a gene which prevents the birth of females in subsequent generations. Well, in short, they're reducing disease-carrying mosquitoes by killing their babies before they hatch. The Environmental Protection Agency has granted permission for the release of the experimentally modified mosquitoes in Florida, and those same mosquitoes may soon be released in California. While the federal government has agreed to the program, permission must also be obtained from the states where this releases will occur before they can occur. Should California grant permission, populations of modified mosquitoes could be released in Stanislaus, Fresno, Tulare, and San Bernardino counties. Well, that's coming to you, Jesse. Jesse's right in the affected area. Once released, modified male mosquitoes breed with wild females. Dating app no longer need apply. No one needs a little, background check with this one. Look, here's the question of the day. Do you trust that a genetically modified mosquito is only going to do itself in and then some? Or do you trust that there's going to be problems in humankind with this? Jesse, you first.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I really don't know how long they've been testing this on and how long it would work.
Yep.
But, I mean, I like the science behind it. It's interesting.
Yeah, I find anything genetically modified is never going to do any good. There's always something about nature that says, I rebel. I do not want to do it your way. It's not going to happen.
Pretty much.
So, there you go. I mean, I'm not going to lie. That little mosquito is kind of cute when you